It's your boy Chad Rob. We back, baby. Hey, this is the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast. This is episode 68. So we've been down here in the Sound Lair. P. Luchi in the building. Everybody in the building. We working.
You end up seeing, and with let her know, then your options are here's your license. I'll pull that down. And we don't need the MP3 if we're working with a wave. We're going to pull the wave down. And that was the track called Let Her Know. And then Reckless, that's the one that you bought the track out for.
Yes, Lord.
So we'll pull the license for that. And the wave. And the track out.
And we got a very special gentleman with me today. This guy I've known, I think we figured out it was 2006, 2007.
That time frame.
Yeah. So it's crazy that we still working together, man. P. Luchi never quit the rapping, man. And that's homage, man. That's love. That's respect. Because this gentleman, I ran into him with a guy I worked with at Jury Television here in Knoxville, Tennessee. I normally don't call out corporations, but Long Bear, you know, he introduced me to this gentleman, man. He was recording like a lot of different type of sounds. It wasn't just rapping. It was just like a lot of different type of sounds. And he was like, hey, man, I know a guy that can capture the vocals. So we come here to the Sound Lair and we meet this gentleman. So if you don't mind introducing yourself to the people, man, that'd be cool.
Name is Miah Lajeunesse. I operate the Sound Lair. I'm the owner and the engineer that operates the studio, and actually a new facility in this location where I am now.
Blount County. We're in Blount County
If
now.
we just filmed this 6 months ago, I would have been in the location that I was in since the beginning, about 15 years, and even prior to that, out in Farragut in West Knoxville. So, upgraded the studio recently, and it's great to still be working with Luchi and you, and doing work together all these years later.
That's what's up, man. Well, so I was thinking this was personal business before, and I didn't record it. So could you explain real quick the difference between the exclusive, what you just explained? Okay,
yeah. What is it you're purchasing? So when you have the option to purchase, when a beat composer, they call them producers typically, but technically that's a beat composer, someone who's composing music, and they'll offer several tiers of product for you. What they'll sell is typically the low level, the least price would be the MP3, and then above that would be the WAV file, and then above that would be the track out. So the differences between all those, the MP3 is a web portable format, usually in an iTunes level of quality, and that would be like, MP3s are measured in kilobit rate. And MP3s can range from really, really awful voicemail quality on up to the quality of iTunes, which is almost indistinguishable from CD for most people. And they'll be selling you one of the high grade MP3s if you choose to buy MP3. WAV file is going to be the same as CD quality. And WAV is actually a better fidelity of audio than MP3. So if you have the option, buy the WAV. It's usually not more than twice the price. If you're buying the MP3 for $20 and they sell the WAV for $40, go ahead and spend a little extra on the WAV because that's going to be better fidelity of audio. And then above that would be the track out. Sometimes it's called stems. Technically, it's a track out. And that's where the beat maker will sell you the individual components of the beat, which is going to be everything, all the sounds that you hear on separate tracks. So you'll have like an 808, snare, claps, horns, synths. All those elements will be broken down into separate tracks. It could be 6 to 12 to 18 or more channels. Depends on how many sounds he chooses to make the beat with. So when you buy that, then you have the option to rearrange and remix the track from scratch. You can drop out instruments. You can place special effects of your own on instruments. So that's why you would choose to buy a track out.
I know it's late. We did it kind of backwards. We did all the fun shots first, and then we came to the podcast. And I know it's getting late, but this right here is crazy because I need to ask you this question, man. How did you build the courage just to jump off the bridge and do what you wanted to do for a living?
Well, working with audio was something I kind of discovered a love for back in college, and I didn't have much experience recording back then. You're speaking of the 90s now, so it's not like you have cell phones in your pocket with apps on them by default that you can learn to record with. There's no YouTube that you can go treat like university distance learning and gain knowledge that way. You kind of have to figure it out on your own and read magazines and read message boards, back when message boards were the way of communicating on the internet, mostly chat rooms. And so I just bought a bunch of equipment I couldn't afford at the time and slowly figured out how to use it, made lots of really lousy recordings, but enjoyed the process and thought, well, stick with it. And at the time, if you had any recording equipment and people knew about it, you can record. So, can you record us? So yeah, it won't sound too great, but let's try it. And discovered a process that worked for me, and business came to me just because there weren't so many people doing it at the time. And it just went from a little hobby on the side to a little part-time job to now this is competing with the day job to this day job's got to go.
Wow.
And that happened in a span of about 6 years. And so it wasn't a leap of faith to just start doing the studio full time. It was the fact that it had basically filled my time to the degree that my day job was, and I decided to charge almost nothing in the early days, and then as I got more proficient at it, this turned into a side hustle, and before that was such a term, and then it just crowded out the day job, so it was very clear what to do at the end of 2005 when I decided let's do the studio thing full time. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I see you got all this equipment. So it seems like you record more than just hip hop.
I do a little of everything. Yeah, Pop Punk was in here a couple days ago. Had mixing some, I don't know what kind of metal you describe it as. It's a particular type of metal. Working with, I have an audiobook author coming in next month. We're going to be recording an audiobook that's going to get sold on Amazon, on Audible. So the work is all over the place. Gospel, acoustic music, a little of everything. I like to keep it pretty varied. Keeps the work interesting.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us because I know you are very knowledgeable when it comes to the computer process part of it,
sure.
The audio process part of it, even the harmonizing process part of it. So it's really good to hear that you didn't really just jump out on just what if.
Right.
You went through the
process of doing it just as a hobby and discovering a love for it and getting to work with artists, kind of figure out your own philosophy of production and how to take the sounds that other people hear in their heads and make them come out of the speakers and get the performances out of them that they may not even know are in them. You got to challenge an artist and reach within and help them bridge the gap of how do I get this harmony in my music that I can't really sing. Well, you work on it together. Or there's an artist who they really like and want to emulate the sound of. How are they getting that sound? Well, you got to understand the tools that we use to get the sounds we get in audio production and. Work with a lot of different people and get well-rounded.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Just tracking vocals for your own singles. He's going to be using channel 15 for vocals, and we're playing the audio back here, and I'm talking to him here.
So you hook up on each of them sometime first?
His voice is coming through 15. I'm talking to him on 20, and we're listening back through the mix on 21 and 22.
So if you had a punk band in here, yeah, if we use all 24 tracks, huh?
I mean, if we're recording a live band, we're going to set up a drum kit in one of these rooms here, and we're going to put 15, 16 microphones on the drum kit, so there's half the board right there. Wow. More than half the board since it's 24 channel. And then we're going to have guitars coming in on other channels and vocals. And so, yeah, you need the channels for many mics recording the same source simultaneously.
That's all right, yeah.
So we've got it all downloaded, and we're going to fetch those.
That's mine for your ass. You got plaques on the wall too, boy.
You
definitely got plaques on the wall. You said it in the box. That's how old they is. Them people got dust on them.
I just want my landlord. I want to pepper her walls up with holes, so we'll put plaques up when we get to the last spot. So here's your license. Let's see what was it telling you. So master use.
Don't show the name.
We gonna edit that.
Don't shout my people, man. Find your own people. I got a super producer on it. Yeah. I got a super producer on it. Yeah, don't show that. Got a super producer, man.
Here's what answers your question. The licensor, that's you. The licensor is the person who made the beat, and you're the licensee. A non-exclusive license, so he did not buy something exclusive here. You have a non-exclusive license to use this substantially in an original form to record a vocal synchronization.
So I'm saying he put that clause in it to where I got to have it in an original form.
This is pretty boilerplate. Most releases start with this kind of language and describe exactly these headings here.
And that's the same thing. That's how the ASCAP talked to me. They're like, so what is your agreement? What did you agree upon? Yes. What were the percentages and so forth and so on? Sure. That's business, man. Get your business together.
It might say in your lease somewhere that it must state in your YouTube underneath the video in the credits that be composed by and then his composer name.
You gotta shout him out.
And that's not something optional. That's a part of your lease. You're doing wrong if you don't put that. You'd be in trouble for that. So make sure you credit people.
That's why people say, I don't own the rights to these songs. That's pretty much the long
and here's your split.
Of that. Oh, he got a split?
I knew it was 50-50.
Yeah.
You gotta negotiate that going forward. I knew it was 50-50.
And it's for 10 years from the date, so he's got you bound up with that.
So it's 50-50, which is fine.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't fucked up with that. Jerry, you know I fuck with you the long way, baby. You know what's
yeah. So, but like I told you,
so he got his own contract, but I can go back and double back and be like, no, nigga, this ain't really just...
Nah, you can't. You signed
shit, me. I didn't sign shit. We ain't signed that. That's not written.
Oh, you didn't sign electronically?
You probably clicked the box that says, I agree to the terms.
Yeah.
And did you read the terms? Yeah. If you did not read the terms and clicked it, you agreed to the terms.
I can't
don't just blow for that.
Hey, but that's minutia though, man. That's minutia. Make the hit first, get the record sold, then we'll worry about the split, man. Right. Well, we know what it is.
I ain't fucked up with 50-50 though. I fuck with guy for sure.
Let's see, so here's the first wave that you pulled down. This is the one that's just the wave.
That's the one right there.
What's your name for that one?
Shit.
If it has a name, or we can call it something temporary.
Call it name.
Name. Got it. And he called the other one Reckless.
That's what I go off of that. That's what's so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Reckless.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. My boy stupid with them shits though. Yeah.
You wanted to start with Don't Crash Out.
Woo! I'm in the mood for food. 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 Hey. I'm in the mood for food. Stella just got a groove. I'm just sipping Stella. Old yellow. In my Tuscan. Hamburger humping. Do what I do. Bitch, we keep it pumping. You know I'm up to something. You know them niggas frontin'. You know I need it up front. No back door, ain't no frontin'. Y'all niggas keep on stuntin', but you ain't saying nothing. I mean, I hit the button. Yes, sir. I'm in the mood for food. 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 You know we making move. Hey, I'm in the mood for food. 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 I got everything to gain, nothing to lose. Yeah, I'm in the mood for food. I'm in the mood for food. Nigga, I do the fool. You know I keep that tool. I know y'all niggas be talking. Soldier boy, you. Yeah. I'm in the mood for food. Hey, I was smoking, now I'm in the drinking mood. Mood, groove, yeah. Yeah, I'm saucing up. Them niggas be talking, but that money just don't cost enough. Boy, we run it up. Ain't no Lacoste, bruh. I got polo, you know my logo. Tell that bitch bounce on the dick pogo, yeah. I'm in the mood for food. I be making moves. My hoe do the fool. Damn trip break the rules. Then I got to pay like I wait. I do what I do and it's okay. Your bitch throw pussy at me like Strange. In here with Miah. Saying RoBTv, we dropping fire. Stand up on the bitch like a empire. Your bitch got a flat back, got a whole full flat tire. I'm in the mood for food. Yeah, I'm hungry too. There's a mug in this thing. Hey. Starving.
Well, yeah, like I said, I won't hold you long. I know it's late, but
there's no late.
yeah, no,
sun's coming up. That
oh yeah, so at the Sound Lair, it's 24 hours.
Well, not 24. I sleep occasionally.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, like I said, I won't keep them long because we got to get back to work. But as you know, like there's gonna be all kind of clips in it. It's gonna be all type of entertainment in it. What you need to know about it is like if you want to get started. Like you can get started working for free, working for low price, low budget, and turn it into the goal. So like I heard you mention earlier, the goal. To me, this looks like the goal.
I mean, I didn't set out to start a recording studio. My degree's in a whole different field. I thought I was going to be a counselor. But then you chase a hobby until it presents itself as a new path and you don't mind that you are off the plan that you originally had because you found something better and it's new. And if you're looking to get into audio production, now is a better time than any. The equipment that you can afford now, I remember recording on the first computer I ever recorded on. The cell phone in your pocket is way more powerful than the first computer I recorded on. It would crash constantly and frustrating. Now all these great studio tools exist. The software exists to do things at home. You can do at home now what took tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars to do 30 or more years ago. So if you want to get an audio production, there's all sorts of advice online, people that are sharing knowledge for no cost on YouTube, content creators that'll answer all sorts of questions you might have, from things like how plugins work to how to record safe signals, how to mix certain genres of music. And I didn't have all that when I got started. I just kind of figured it out. So if you like the wave audio of his mix and wouldn't have need of changing it, then it's a bit of a time saver to just go with his mix. But if there's...
So I just fucked up. I think I spent more money getting a track out when I may not necessarily need it.
Only reason to buy a track out is if you want to do some significant rearrangement to the beat in some way. Okay, and they always charge you more for the track out. It's
money later.
It's more effort for him to generate the track out than to just give you his export.
Okay.
Of a wave. Or if a mix is mixed poorly. I've had people bring in beats where it's kind of a novice beat maker and it's
definitely
way too bass
for future reference, people, go wave versus MP3, correct?
MP3 is an inferior fidelity of audio as compared to wave. Wave is CD quality. MP3 is a web portable format, but in order to make the file size smaller, MP3 format strips out high frequency content, which is lost when you convert it. It's not like that content comes back when you change the MP3 up to a wave. So MP3 is cheapest. Next is wave, but that's better quality. And if it's a release that you intend to put out there of your own music, then go for the wave. And if you would like to put together your own mix, rearrange the mix, drop instruments out, you just go about things differently.
I don't fucking need a track out.
Yeah,
I wasted money, correct? Just say that. Say that for the...
Well, no, you remember...
Say that for the people.
You remember Let's Get Naked? That was tracked out. He tracked it out completely.
Okay.
But he was able to change it.
But that's your beat.
Well, I'm just saying...
You made that beat.
Well, I'm just saying you could change it if you wanted to add I need to add a...
Well, my thing is, bro, you made that beat, so you didn't have to pay for it.
Right, but say you bought a beat and had a track out.
You know what I'm saying? You're paying more for track out for what?
For that reason. Remember Let's Get Naked. You remember when I brought it to him what it sounded like it?
Say you found a beat that you really liked and it was arranged in 16s and you wanted to make it 12s, but then there's this horn that comes in halfway through that you just hated. You can take that out.
If you want to change it.
Yeah, that's the reason.
But usually you address your music as in such, the way the beat is made.
Usually. I mean, some people might have already written some and they really love how it sounds on a particular beat. The beat's not arranged and crafted the way you want. So
I'm better off going with waves.
If you like the arrangement, as far as how the beat goes from verses to hooks, and if you like the instrumentation, and if the beat maker put together a quality mix of it, it's not super bass heavy or crushed with compression. Or
nope.
If you like the sound, by the way.
I've been in here with you, and you will tell me like, this motherfucker's just it's too much of something.
I've had you're working with people that aren't novices, so I've had some people come in with beats that their friend made on Fruity in their bedroom, and it's way too bass heavy, and it's not balanced well. So in that case, you would want to track out so you could retool it from scratch, and that would be a better sound.
I don't mind spending the money, but if I'm wasting my time spending the money, I don't want to do that. Because if I don't want to change anything,
then it is paying what you need to for something you don't need. If you just buy the wave in that case. So, but
so find what you love, and the goal may change.
That's right.
Yeah, so for sure, but definitely come check Miah out here at the Sound Lair. Like I said, he dropped all kind of jewels, and I'm gonna drop him in the podcast. You've already seen him, or you're about to see him. Like I said, I'm trying to change the podcast up. I'm trying to make it a lot more personable, a lot more not like semi-rehearsed, like just a lot more just kind of catching emotions.
Conversational.
Conversation. Yeah. So if you want to leave them with something, tell them where they can find you. Leave them with whatever jewels you need to leave them with. Let's get out of here. Let's get it done.
Sounds good. I'm at soundlair.com. I don't really maintain social media that much anymore, but you'll find me at soundlair.com. Got clips of the work I've done up there. I got to get some new pictures of the new studio location. Got some older photos up there.
It's nice in here, I'm telling you.
But work with all different kinds of music: gospel, hip hop, metal, punk, audiobooks, you name it. If it needs to be recorded, I do it, and I'll be glad to work with artists who are brand new to it and artists who've toured and have been on labels. I work with people that are all levels of experience. So again, my name is Miah. When he sells you that, he's selling you his intellectual property, then he's basically giving up the ability to make any more money himself on that beat. That's why it costs what it does. So he sold it to you, now it's yours. Now he can't sell it to anyone else. So and that's why it comes offline.
There we go.
There's your receipt.
For sure. And like as always, Like, comment, subscribe, follow. Go to soundlair.com. Like it. Thumbs up or down it. Just leave a comment. Let me know what you didn't like. We'll try to fix it. Surely you don't like the audio. It's going to be perfect. Like, I pulled up with just a camera and you set up the audio that quick. Podcast, we done. Less than 10. However long it took us to have this conversation.
Pretty straightforward.
Podcast done. So, like it. Type something. Do something. And always, I'll be back. Yeah, it's done.
Need to the money, no brakes, all gas. I'm just hoping that I don't crash. Can't slow down cause it's moving too fast. Always heard that it don't last. Speed to the money, no brakes, all gas. I'm just hoping that I don't crash. Can't slow down cause it's moving too fast. Always heard that it don't last. Addicted to it, tryna overdose. Jumped in but didn't know the ropes. Doing wrong, tryna get right. Some can't be, he got the wrong approach. Watching, should've watched his hands. All he seen was bands, so he took a chance. All he wanted was to shine together. Then the star witness came and took the stand. Fuck him up, would've never imagined in 100 years that this man would flame. Went from turning up in and out of town, turning hoes out and ain't turning states. Cold world, the old girl got a new nigga with an attitude. Calls and letters get no reply. When they asked her why, she just said she moved on. Couldn't even blame her. Belongs to the game, so the game gon' change her. Already fly before she get to the hanger. Keep your receipt, she already one ring up. Divorce that nigga, and of course that nigga fell head over heels, paying out a whole bill. Soon as he go to work, sideline on the field. Crew caught a loose screw, that whole thing getting drilled. Speed to the money, no brakes, all gas. I'm just hoping that